June is National Great Outdoors Month. It's the perfect time to get outside, enjoy nature, and Colorado has so much to offer. Turns out enjoying the great outdoors is actually good for your mental health as well. Our mental health expert, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler, joins us now, and it makes sense, you know, getting outside, just like looking around, breathing fresh air. But what does it do to our mental well-being?
Yes. So when you step outside and get fresh air and look at trees or grass, your cortisol levels, which are your stress hormones, go down. And so what the studies have shown is if you can spend 20 minutes a day outside, some studies even say 13, so let's just say somewhere between 15 to 20 minutes a day. If you can do that, it's almost like a quickie. It's like when I say take deep breaths, that brings your anxiety down. This brings your cortisol levels down. So it really helps you de-stress. People who do this regularly have less depression and less anxiety. And it really this is not about going up to the mountains. This can be walking a city block. This does not have to be a hike in the woods. So that's the super positive part, I think, too.
And the science behind nature therapy. I just started doing this. I just started going for morning walks, and luckily I am surrounded by nature where I'm at, and I have noticed that it carries me throughout the day, and I'm only going for about 20 minutes. So what are some other scientific factors that show that this really is not an end-all be-all cure-all, but something that can kind of set us up mentally for the rest of the day?
Yeah, so another study kind of has shown that it almost has an effect on you as if you're meditating. And so when you do this, what happens is you start to have greater focus and clarity. So when you go outside, yes, you could be distracted, but for the most part, it's a time of the day where you're not just in nature, but you're actually doing one thing and you're focused. And even if you're on the phone or you're listening to a podcast, you're listening to music, or you're just walking, you're actually kind of just doing one thing. And when you look throughout our days, we don't do one thing very often. We're usually doing multiple things, which is just stressing us out. So it gets you in almost a meditative type of state, which again gets you in a calmer place, greater clarity, greater creativity. And so there's these positive benefits that just come from intentionally carving out that time, getting outside. And there's ones that get bigger, like there's tree bathing, and some people may or may not. Yes, that's like really, that is like going in the forest and bringing it all into you.
It.
I like that idea too.
But
that's not accessible to everybody, but that has like some really deep long-term benefits as well. But I think for us, where some people listening are right up in the mountains and some people are in Denver, you can just go outside, be intentional with whatever it is you're doing, take your deep breaths. You will have greater energy, clarity, focus, positivity. There's really a lot of mental health benefits.
And you mentioned even if you live in the city, and what I think from that, it doesn't matter where you live. Like, we have a dog that likes to walk 12 times a day.
What?
I swear. He's just like, let's take a walk. Right? We do walk him like a lot. So I always get one walk in before I go to work. And what I've noticed, even if it's the same route, where you can be kind of distracted or in a different place, though, you appreciate change. Yes. Like, you notice the seasons. You notice, like, oh, that tree's budding. Oh, well, you notice little things, and so that is kind of a mental
and that's mindfulness.
Escape.
Yes. That is really, truly the definition of mindfulness, right? Because if you're stressed out and you walk past that tree, you're not going to notice the buds, and you're not even going to notice the leaves falling. And you're like, oh, but mindfulness.
And if you drive by, you don't notice it.
Yeah, you don't. So it brings you into that state of mindfulness. It really has this incredible carryover effect. But again, we got to get people 15 to 20 minutes a day. The goal for Americans is just to get people outside 13 minutes a day. That's a goal. That's how little people go outside. And I will say, for the indoor people, if you can't get outside, look at a picture of nature. Even that has a positive benefit. So that screensaver should be, or a beautiful picture of nature, that actually also has some mental health benefits.
So for somebody that physically isn't able. That's a good point.
That is a good point.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I know.
You're welcome.
Sheryl Ziegler, we appreciate you.